noise.
Good morning, folks. It's very close to 11 now, so we're going to get the next webinar started so that, for people that made it on time, we're their time for it as well. So for those that will join us later, we'll let you know the webinar is recorded, so they're not going to miss out, and we're going to make it available. So just as we started, I'm going to mute the line. There's still some background noise. I'm just going to mute the line. Hopefully now this is a lot better. I will mute the line as we go along. So as we go along, we'll mute the line as people keep joining us in the webinar. So welcome back to the second webinar, where today's call we're actually going to be addressing or talk about the mentoring bonus, as well as the Uno level and the Infinity bonus. But before I start, I just want to introduce myself, Stephen Yines, and Sinead Pollock as your hosts for today's call. So we will be interacting with each other, as well as opening up the line for you guys to ask questions later when we're done with the bonus. So like I mentioned, the bonus is basically the mentoring bonus and the Uno level / Infinity bonus. Those are the two bonuses we're going to cover today. In the last call, we covered the Power Seller, the AQ bonus, as well as on the first day call, we covered the first order bonus. So seems like everyone had understand all that, because I didn't get any further emails questioning it. So that's very good in terms of knowing that you guys understand the comp plan. Makes us really happy about that. So to move on, today's call will be basically on the organizational bonus. Like I mentioned on Thursday's call, that you do need to be at a certain leadership to earn these sort of bonuses. And we went through the leadership levels last week. The new leaderships were, associates at 0 volume. Then you got the silver and gold associates at respectively 300 and 750. Then you go up to director, which replaces the regional director when the new comp plan kicks in, which is at 1,500. Then you got your silver director, gold director, which is around 2,500 and 4,000 respectively. Then it hits into executive director, which is 6,000, which is replacing national directors. And then you got your silver executive, then your gold executive, which is respectively around 10,000 and 20,000 volume each. Then it goes into the new PDs, which is at 40,000. So these are the sort of leadership levels you do need to sort of note. And if you do need to go and reference it back again, the recording is available on YouTube. You can be able to download that for last Thursday's call. So in terms of organizational bonus, the mentoring bonus is basically the first one that we have that do really require you to be at a certain leadership. So bare minimum, you do need to be a gold associate in order to earn these sort of commissions. Now the commissions, as you can see, is basically awarding you for developing people in your organization. Now this particular bonus only awards to the enroller. So you do need to be the enroller of these leaders that you have in your team in order to be awarded these bonuses. So it's basically awarding you to mentor, train, coach your people that you bring in to these new leadership levels. And just to let you know, the bonuses is in US dollars. So what you're seeing is US dollars. We will try and get you an Australian version dollars figures as soon as we can with the US, but I'm just going to base today's webinar off the US dollars again, like the previous call. So the mentoring bonus is when you're a gold associate and you develop a leader underneath you, say at the same level as a gold associate, you'll be awarded $30 every month that they maintain their leadership. So that's $30 for you every single month. Now, you know, as you develop more leaders, like director, you get $40. A silver director, you get $50. A gold director, you get $75. And executive and above, it does go to, you know, silver executive, gold executive, and even PDs and beyond. If you have any of those leaders in your organization and you are the personally enroller of them, you do get $100 for it. Now, this is a very powerful bonus for a lot of people that actually do go out there and introduce new people. You know, people like Poppy at the last Sydney event, she enrolled like 18 people in the last quarter. So if those 18, let's just say even 10 of those went to Gold Exec Associate, she would get 10 lots of that $30. So that's automatically, you're getting $300 each month for you to, you know, develop and train them. Now, say for example, Poppy suddenly train and mentor them all the way to executive director. That's $100 each person she's enrolling. When they achieve that leadership level, she herself do need to be at the same level as they are or higher. You know, you cannot expect to be a gold associate and getting $100 for developing an executive director underneath you. So what happens in that scenario is that you'll be awarded the version of the gold associate. So you'll be awarded $30, even though they themselves, the leaders you develop, is an executive. The only way for you to get that $100, you need to be the executive director yourself in order to earn the same amount. So that's how simple the mentoring bonus is. The more you enroll, the more you train your leaders to become these leadership levels, the more you get awarded. So remember again, this is monthly. You know, as long as they maintain their leadership every month and you yourself is at a leadership higher than they are, you'll be awarded that particular bonus every month. So the more you enroll, the more leaders you have, the more money you can get. So potentially, you know, people can earn a lot of money just from this bonus itself, especially if you have so many leaders in your organization. This also has a follow-on effect in the other bonuses as well. So, you know, it really can duplicate, or it actually really can amplify your commission checks based on this bonus. So that's how simple this bonus is. There's no other requirements besides, you know, you being the same levels as your downline or higher to be awarded these leadership levels. And the only requirements that you do need to be the enroller. So the next commission that we want to touch on is the unit level payouts. Now the unit level payouts is a little bit more technical to explain to the field or to new prospect, but it's a lot easier than the current unit level payouts. You know, you got your different leadership levels, unit level that you get, you know, and it cancels each other out depending on how many levels you have and so forth. That's gone now under the new comp plan. The new comp plan is so much easier. There's no cutoff. There's no explaining the different leadership in your organization. What it does is say, if you achieve any of these leadership, you get paid that certain percentage, no matter what. You know, no matter what leadership underneath you. So, for example, if you were a director and on level 2 you have another director, the commission doesn't change because of that. It will still pay you your 3%, and so forth. So that's the unit level. The unit level will pay you up to a certain level. So, for example, you do need to be a silver associate, which is of course 300 volume. And on your first level, you'll get 3% of the commissionable volume. So remember, when we talk about commissionable volume, it's 95% of the purchase price. So let's just say, for example, you know, $100 in your first level was purchased. You get 95% put aside for you, which is $95, and you get 3% of that $95. Now, of course, that's almost talking about bare minimum. If you were to be able to get to, you know, silver associate, it's most likely, you know, you'll be having at least 200, 300 point orders in there. So you'll be getting actually a lot more. But that's sort of this scenario you'll be looking at. Now, so as you go up in leadership, you get to be able to earn more commissions based on your, the levels beneath you. So, you know, a silver associate, you get only pay on level 1. A gold associate, you get pay on 2 levels. On director, you get pay on 3 levels. Goes all the way to presidential director, where you can get up to 7 levels deep in your organization. So that can be quite a very powerful tool, especially when you consider, you know, your duplications of the 5+2 results. If you can duplicate that in your first 5 levels, or even up in your first 7 levels, you're going to be earning a lot of commission based on that. You know, imagine your first level is already sitting at $1,000 points, because, you know, you're finding 2 business associate to find their 5. That's going to give you 1,000 points already. And even at a silver associate, that's 3% of that 1,000 points. Now imagine, you know, your gold associate, you're going to help these 2 associates to find their 2, which will give you another, you know, close to 2,000 on top. So that's going to be 3,000 worth of GPV that you're going to be being paid on, and so forth. So if you can duplicate that in the next 7 levels, your volume by the 7th level, you'll be looking close to almost 60,000, close in approximately around 40,000 of points on that 7th level. So if you add that all up, you could be sitting at a silver or even a gold volume based on that 7 levels, if you can duplicate that. But, you know, we do understand it's easier said than done, but if you can even do half of that, that's going to be a lot of volume for you, and the percentage will grow as you get there. So in saying that, you know, the unit level does end at that level where you whatever leadership level you achieve. So if, for example, if you achieve an executive, the unit level will end at level 5. And then therefore you won't be earning on the rest of your volume, but there is a bonus in there that will allow you to earn more beyond level 5 and so forth. But you do need to be a certain leadership level, which the bonus is called the infinity bonus. The infinity bonus, you do need to be an executive, so bare minimum executive, in order to earn this. So an executive with the infinity bonus, it's simply saying is that you're going to be able to earn all your volume on the biggest leg. If you're from executive to bronze, on your biggest leg, from level, whatever level the unit level ends, you'll be able to earn the rest of the volume. So for example, you know, if you have 7 level and you're an executive, you earn on those remaining 2 levels. But if you're a PD and you have 99 levels, after the 7th level, you're going to be paid 1% all the way to the 99th level. You know, in the current comp plan, it doesn't allow that to happen. You know, like if you were PD and you develop 2 PDs underneath you, you stop earning from the third PD. Whereas this comp plan, you know, if you have, say, 3 or 4 PDs in there, you're still going to be earning on it, on your power leg. Now, all the way down to the bottom. It doesn't stop because you have another PD or 2 in there. So, you know, this is a very good bonus, can build all the way down. And, you know, it really helps for people that are thinking, you know, the 3-point plan about building depth. This awards you for that. You know, it's unlimited. So if you're building 99 levels or 100 or 200 levels, you will still be paid on that. You know, in the current comp plan, depending on what sort of leadership levels you have in between, it does cut you off. It does stop you from earning beyond that. Whereas now the infinity bonus, it's basically, the title itself explains it, it's infinity. So however many legs you have, you'll be paid on it. Now, if you were silver presidentials and above, you're going to be paid on your side volume. So side volume meaning, you know, we look at your legs and we define which one is the power leg based on the biggest volume, and you will be paid on the rest of your volume. So, for silver presidentials, many of them out there have at least, 2 other legs. So you'll be paid on those 2 other legs. And it's whatever combined volume it is, you'll be paid 1% on that. And, for a lot of our presidentials, especially silvers up to, platinum presidentials, your side volume usually tends to be a lot more than your power leg. You're going to have a lot more volume. Or even in a scenario, if someone built the volume exactly at the same amount, we're just going to take one leg and use that as your power leg, and the rest of your side volume will be counted. And you know how powerful that 1% can be. It's a lot of money for you with this bonus. The only thing I do need to sort of tell you is that there is a cap that you can earn on it. So, for example, an executive, you can only earn up to a maximum of $200 in Infinity bonus. The reason why is, if you have if you're an executive and you have a PD underneath you or 2, you're getting all their volumes. Of course, there is a limit that you can earn because, you're at a leadership lower than they are. So therefore you should be earning, the bonuses based on your leadership. But it's quite a powerful sort of commission still. For bronze presidential, you can earn up to $1,000. For up to platinum presidential, it's up to $10,000. And now if you're a first platinum presidential, there's no cap. It could mean, that probably means for you can be earning a lot more money than based on the volume you varies on your side volume. So there is no cap on how much you can earn on that. So the more volume you have, the more money you can get if you're a first presidential director and above, of course. So that's basically your Infinity bonus. It's basically awarding you, if you're an executive all the way to bronze, on your power leg from whenever the unit level stops. So if you look back here, your associate stops at level 5, your silver and gold stops at level 6, and your PDs and beyond stops at level 7. So with the Infinity bonus, if you're an executive, that bonus kicks in from level 6 onwards. For silver and gold, it kicks in on level 7. For presidential and above, it kicks in on level 8 onwards. So that's how the Infinity bonus is paid on. So it's very simple to explain. There's no way for you to get confused in terms of saying there's a limit to the cutoff depending on what sort of leadership level there is. There's no cutoff. Like I said, it's just the limit that you can earn up to a platinum presidential, up to $10,000. That's the limit. After that, it's unlimited. So those are the 2 bonuses that we have to cover for this webinar. There's only another 2 more bonuses that we're going to cover in next Monday's webinar, and that would basically be the whole comp plan. So right now I'm going to sort of open up the queue so that we can have any questions available. So if you have a question, just raise your hand up so we can unmute you. So at the moment we've got Christy. We're just going to unmute you, Christy.
Hello, how you going?
Good. Hey, and yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Does it matter where with the leadership bonus, does it matter where those leaders are in your business? Like if you drove down, does it have to be in your first 6 levels or?
No. With the mentoring, it can be anywhere you want. It can be on your first 5 levels. It can be on your 99th level. As long as you're the enroller, you'll be paid for it.
For that. And I'm a little bit confused, and I don't know whether it was covered in Thursdays, which I didn't do. I've heard that your leadership level is based on your first 6, the volume that goes on in your first 6 levels. Is that true, or is it the volume that goes in your whole business?
It's the whole volume that goes in your whole business. At the moment, during the transitional period, we won't be requiring you to have any volume in your first 5 levels, like as a requirement. It will be based on your total volume. When the
Yep.
transition period is over and the full comp plan is in force, we will let you know what is the requirement of your first 5 levels. Right now, there's no requirement.
Okay. That was what was worrying me, that I needed to have it in the first 6 levels, but okay, at the moment there's no requirement.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Christy.
I'm just going to mute you. If is there any other questions? I don't see any other hands raised up at the moment.
Can't see everybody's picture, so it's hard to know.
Okay, so we can't see everyone's picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute everyone. And that way, if you have a question, just ask. No questions at all? If there's no other questions, just want to sort of update you on Thursday's call that there was a question raised by one of the associates that, especially with the first order bonus, is there a limit to the number of bundles you can purchase? So we found out since the last call that you can have as many bundles as you can, and we will pay you on all of that on your first bonus. So, for example, if you purchase, the vegetarian bundles, you can purchase 3 lots of them, and we'll pay you as the first order bonus. We'll pay you on all 3. So if that sort of helps clarify that for you. I did mention in the last call, technically it was on only 1, but I did find out that you will be paid on all 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how many bundles you purchase, on all of it on your first order. Okay, so that was sort of the clarification. Is there any other questions?
There's a lot of very concentrating faces staring back at us here, so if you're still thinking, you can email in questions and we can answer them on Thursday. But like I said, you're all looking very intense, people. It's okay to smile. Thanks, Kate Warby. I saw that. But does anybody have a question? We have them all unmuted, so.
Yeah, if you raise your hand or shoot us a message on the site there and to ask a question, that's not a problem. If you have no other questions, you can just shoot us an email, and then we will address it as soon as we can, and also relay that information to everyone else on the recap call on Thursday, which is at 6:30 p.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for coming on this call. The call is recorded, and we're going to try and make it available to you as soon as possible. So thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Sinead.
You're welcome, guys.
Thanks.
Looking good, Sinead.
Christy, you say the name.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye. How do you